Right on, everybody. Thanks again for tuning in and watching this crap. So I'm just going to do a little bit of light sanding today. This thing is really smooth. And then throw some more clear on top of this. I'm just going to have to keep doing this until it's completely buried and completely smooth. So I've got a long ways to go, unfortunately. So yeah, that's what's on the game plan today. I'll start the sanding and then I'll come back and show you how it's going. Right on. So I just got done finished sanding this thing at 400 grit. It's sanded front, sides, back, and it's getting nice and smooth. There's still a little bit of texture that's still coming through, but it's definitely getting smoother every time I go over it again. So what next is 600 grit. One thing I did notice as I was sanding, as it was flat on the workbench, it's gone now, but you can't see it, thank goodness. But I had this thing laying on two pieces of flat cardboard to keep it from, scuffing up the back. But what happened is you could actually see the seam in the cardboard and the vertical lines in it and stuff. So it's just not dry yet. Even though it's dry to the touch, it's not dry to any kind of sustained pressure whatsoever. So I had to put it back up here on the rack so that I could continue sanding it. Kind of strange. So I'm going to go up to 600 grit and then wipe it down and then throw some more clear on there. So that's the plan for today. And then I'm going to have to give this thing at least a couple, 2 or 3 days to dry out real good before I come back out here and do any more. This is going to take forever. So yeah, I'll be back as soon as I get done with the sanding. Right on, everybody. So I'm sanding at 600 grit. I'm just finishing it up. Yeah, it's nice and smooth. I just feel like there's like some grit that feels like almost just like dirt on the surface. So it just still needs to be more finely sanded. So yeah, once I get the 600 done, I'm gonna end up I'll wipe it down and I'll show you what I'm at and what I'm gonna do next. I get this goddamn thing to turn off. Alright, well, it's all wiped down. It's all dried. It's currently sanded to 600 grit. And it's just waiting for me to put my respirator on and throw some clear on there. So I'm going to put the 3 passes of clear on there. And that's it. And there won't be anything to do for a couple of days as this thing dries out a little bit more. So that's it. I'll be back after I spray. I'll spray a couple of coats and I'll come back. All right, the second pass is done. It's looking pretty sweet. Let me get in there and see if I can actually see any orange peel, but it's looking really smooth. Of course, this is a crappy camera, and that's going to hide a lot of my mistakes, which is very cool. But yeah, if you look at the reflection of the overhead lights, they're straight. Even there in the belly groove, in the contour, it's nice and smooth looking. Yeah. So this thing is just going to get one more pass, and that'll be done. So yeah, I'll be back in a couple of minutes. All right. Well, that's the end of coat number 3. Nice. That came out nice. See it's just shiny as hell. I'm really liking that. Seems like it's going to actually turn out. Well, that's the gloss. Very cool. So this thing is going to sit for a couple of days, maybe 3, before I get back to it. Of course, the longer the better, but I'm really running out of patience. So yeah, it is looking really nice. So let's see. So I finished up on sanding with 600 grit, so I'll be going up to 800, 1,000, and then I'm going to be stopping at 1,200 grit, and then start polishing. So if everything goes really well on this coat right here that I just sprayed today, when I sand it with the 800, if it comes out really freaking smooth right away, then I might just go after the 1,200 and or the 1,000, spray, and then come back and like 3 or 4 more days and hit it with the 1,200, and then start polishing this thing up. So my goal of playing it by the end of the week is not going to be really working out, it looks like, but yeah, it's getting there though. It's getting there. So that's it. Thanks again for watching this. I'm out of here.